Hey guys, welcome to the 2025 Legends of the Autobahn. There are quite a few special cars here, aside from classic cars, also some brand new BMWs. And one of them, it's right behind me, the brand new BMW M2 CS. And to learn all about this car, I have here with me Nick Gerstner. He's the product manager for the car and other cars as well. But Nick, since you're the expert, how about we start with the toughest question? A lot of people say, well, it's just a BMW M2 with a little bit more power. But what's so special about the M2 CS?
Well, it's the overall package that is really making this car exceptional. So starting with the engine, yes, it's a tuned version of the inline six that we find in the regular M2, but with 50 more horsepower, putting it at 523. You can go 0 to 60 in 3.7 seconds in this car, which is 0.2 seconds quicker than the regular M2. But there have been a lot of changes also with the aerodynamics, right? So you can see this really gorgeous, typical M2 CS grille, and you can see all those cooling radiators behind it, different geometry, the red around the badging, just little touches that make this car special. But I think we have to go around the back eventually.
Before we do, let me throw one more curveball at you right there. Okay. And I'm going to point to the headlights, and you tell me if there is one thing that you've heard people complaining about when it comes to the headlights.
I haven't heard too much complaints because in this they're always off. But yes, we do not have the those CS iconic yellow lights on this car.
Why not?
That's a really good question. That
I asked Frank Van Mille, and he's like, I'm going to defer that to Dirk Hacker. And then I asked Dirk Hacker, he said, I'm going to defer that to Frank Van Mille. So nobody can tell me why no yellow
I'm
lights.
also going to defer because honestly, I'm not sure what the decision was there. However, we do get some special components like in the back that we'll look at in a minute. Yeah,
in a minute. But then the other thing that people said when they saw the car for the first time, it doesn't have the carbon fiber package at the front. And I'm going to give you this. A lot of people say that's a good thing because this is pliable right now, so you don't have to deal with scraping the carbon fiber. But then of course the purists like, it's expensive, I want to get a carbon fiber. What was the thinking behind this?
I mean, I think BMW, we're always listening to customer feedback and we want to do right by the customers. So in this case, I think, this is the most kind of damaged part in everyday driving. We didn't want to make it such an obligation to really repair or replace this when it's damaged. So shape and the functionality is there, but in a much more usable material. And really, this car you can drive every day. So you can also take it on the track. It's a great track tool, but you can also drive it every day, and that's where things like this come into play.
So final complaint at the front, I promise.
All right.
The hood.
Good.
So everybody wanted, functional vents, and all of that. I think that would have been cool. Was there any discussions ever in product planning, hey, we should do, vented hood just because it's part of the BMW M thing?
Yeah, I think each individual chassis has its own components that we need to take a look at. And overall, at the end of the day, the whole package is really what matters. In this case, this is the aluminum bonnet or hood from the regular M2. But in terms of weight balance, performance, even aerodynamics, I think all of those go into play in the decision to keep the bonnet or to change it. So I know purists, when we do one thing, they really love it and they really appreciate it. And then if we try to change it to make it a little bit more appropriate for this car, some people get maybe a little upset.
We love to complain, man.
I know, but at the end of the day, this is the best package that we put together. And I think our customers can really appreciate that.
Okay, so we'll talk about the package, but now we're going to go to the back because I know you really want to show off the Ducktail. I know you really want to show it off, but then we're going to talk about the other side. I don't want to take that away from you.
Yeah.
But clearly stands out, right? I saw the car for the first time, I'm like, okay, this is really impressive. But
and
tell me why it's your favorite then.
Yeah, I mean, this is a really kind of iconic symbol on a vehicle, this accentuated kind of ducktail. This is a CFRP carbon fiber trunk completely.
Honestly, when you open it,
when it's unlocked
right now. But, I can do it just so we can have a quick look, but it is absolutely super lightweight. I mean, you can't even feel it.
I mean, and just very beautifully laid and very lightweight. So I think, some things, maybe if we didn't do the carbon hood, we definitely have this iconic shape. So yeah, really, really good here. This is probably my favorite part other than the color that this car is painted in, which is velvet blue.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a great color. I guess when I heard the first time they're doing this, I think I broke the news on the color. I was expecting maybe like a Technoviolet or something from the past, but honestly, it looks so good in real life. I've seen it on the track also. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
I think they've done a great job offering options, right? Because we always complain about not enough colors and all of that. Now you got two blues,
or black sapphire, Brooklyn Gray, Portimao Blue, and then
So there is no white,
Velvet
just
Blue.
Brooklyn Gray, basically.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
Forgot.
It's kind of a happy medium between all those then, yeah.
It makes sense. Other than that, no change like in the back, right? So I mean, you have the diffuser, okay, that's different.
Yep. So yeah, carbon fiber diffuser, and also the matte black exhaust tips. So that has this very unique look down bottom.
But sound-wise, same exhaust as in the BMW M2, basically. No change when it comes to the actual sound.
There is a little bit of a change in the exhaust. So I think you heard earlier when we started it up, it's a little bit more throaty, a little bit louder, a little bit more free-flowing. Yeah.
Gotcha, okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, so let's open the door maybe, and then I'll ask you some questions about maybe the suspension setup and all of that, because it's quite important. But walk me through the interior.
Yeah, interior is basically a full carbon package from our M2. So we can see the M carbon bucket seats, although in this time we have the iconic tricolor from M in the seats. Full CS center console that we come to expect from our CS models.
Coffee cup holders, though.
No coffee. I don't know. I wouldn't want to drive this and have my coffee going all over. So I'll focus two hands on the wheel.
Okay.
Speaking of wheel, a beautiful Alcantara flat bottom wheel with a red centering mark, and then carbon fiber trim throughout the interior. And then we have a very special insert in the door panel.
That lights up.
It lights up with this nice big CS, so you always are reminded of what a special car this is. And then also, of course, we have the door sills and the illuminated badge on the seat. Just like the M3 and M4, you can remove the headrest piece so that you can fit a helmet in here.
Okay, cool.
So all these little details that really support anybody that wants to take this to the track.
Gotcha. So now, speaking of the track, right? So if I have a regular M2 G87, how is this one special on the track compared to that one? Have you done any hardware changes, or is mostly on the softer side of things?
No, so complete hardware change. So this car sits 0.2 inches lower than the regular M2. And of course we have these beautiful 19 up front and 20-inch bronze gold wheels, lightweight wheels on the front and back. So you're starting to see some of the mechanical differences that we have. We also have different engine mounts, different transmission mounts. The transmission uses a lot of carbon fiber components, so it's actually 97 pounds lighter than the traditional automatic gearbox that you get in an M2. So we are doing a lot of things mechanically, not just tuning software here and there, but we really want to make this a complete package. And I think that really has proven itself on our latest Nürburgring time of 7 minutes, 25.5 seconds, which is a record for this classic car.
I saw that. It looked quite impressive. And honestly, I've talked to the engineering team quite a bit, and they've been raving about this car when it comes to performance. One more question I want to ask you. Of course, everybody asks, how many units are you going to make? I know maybe you can't give me like an exact number, but you have 350 dealerships in the US, or 300 and something, right? Is it more than one per dealership or not?
Yeah, I mean, we don't typically talk about allocation because this isn't really a limited production, so it's not one of a certain number. So the production is open right now. We started in August. Customer delivery should happen Q3 of this year, but there's no like limit to how many we're going to produce. But
do you have an allocation for the US? Let's give like a wide range, 200 to 500? In between that somewhere, or
really, I mean, it depends on how many people are interested in buying it, right?
So it's actually that fluid. So if there is more demand for the US, they can shift units to say, hey, we're going to be involved for the US market.
Yeah, I mean, of course, but there's always production run limits just from the plant side. So and barring anything like that, there's no like fixed number that we're going.
But overall, it's a very limited car, even in the end, because there's only a limited amount of time that you can produce the car based on the slots, and essentially you won't be flooded with thousands. That's kind of the idea.
Exactly right.
Because a lot of people like me, they love as limited as possible, as rare as possible. We thrive through that basically. So that's what I was asking.
We'll put it this way: I think if you went to a dealership, you probably will never find one of these sitting on the showroom floor. So
it's been a high demand. I mean,
we've had a lot of interest, and this type of car, you really have people ordering early and really want to get their hands on the car. So
final question: if it was your car, which color would you get?
I would definitely get the velvet blue.
Off, Nick. You gotta admit it. You gotta show off. I would do the same thing. So, well, Nick, thanks for answering all the tough questions. I really appreciate it, and I look forward to driving the car, and then we'll talk about that after.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Thanks,
guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Thank you.